On November 4, 2025, US President Donald Trump ordered the blacklisting of Muslim Brotherhood branches as foreign terrorist organizations, a move that signals the beginning of the most systematic dismantling of transnational Islamist infrastructure since 9/11. This isn't merely symbolic posturing. An FTO designation is a precision-guided weapon in the arsenal of counterterrorism finance, and it operates on principle that extends far beyond American borders. First of all, let's understand what an FTO designation actually does. When the US State Department formally lists an organization as a foreign terrorist organization, it triggers a cascade of legal consequences. Bank accounts freeze overnight, wire transfers become impossible, members of the designated organization cannot travel to the United States. Meanwhile, any US citizen or entity providing support in any form faces up to 20 years in federal prison. Well, this creates a chilling effect that radiates outwards through global financial systems. The Muslim Brotherhood operates as a transnational network spanning 72 countries, but its operational architect depends entirely on a sophisticated financial ecosystem. The organization generates roughly $14 million monthly from its Egyptian membership base alone, supplemented by international charitable donations funneled through Switzerland, Turkey, and Qatar. An FTO designation doesn't just freeze these accounts, it also forces third-party financial institutes worldwide to conduct due diligence screening that makes any Brotherhood-related transactions virtually impossible. Here's where it becomes more devastating. The Brotherhood's global branches aren't loose affiliates. They are operationally independent but ideologically unified, creating a network effect that amplifies the impact of this designation. When you designate the core organization, you create legal justification and obligations for countries to freeze the assets of affiliated entities. Hamas in Gaza, which receives Brotherhood organizational guidance and financial support, Inahad in Tunisia, the Islamic Action Front in Jordan, Yemen's Islah Party, each of these organizations feed from the same financial artificial system. Hit at the source and the entire network collapses. Now the diplomatic leverage multiplies exponentially too. Saudi Arabia, Egypt, UAE and Jordan have already banned the Brotherhood domestically. And with the US FTO designation, these authoritarian regimes get international legal cover to intensify crackdowns, freeze assets within their borders, and persecute organizational members without facing Western criticism about suppressing political opposition. The coordination becomes seamless. American designation triggers allied governments' actions too, creating a synchronized strangulation of financial flows. Now, international NGOs, charities, and front organizations that have previously operated in grey area, technically legal but suspected of Brotherhood funding, will now face scrutiny. Banks will implement automated screening systems, flagging any transaction with Brotherhood-connected entities. Insurance company declined coverage, real estate transactions become next to impossible. The Brotherhood's sophisticated property holding billions in real estate across Europe, the Middle East, and North America become increasingly difficult to liquidate or leverage. Yet this strategy contains certain inherent risks. Till now, the Muslim Brotherhood has deliberately fractured itself into semi-autonomous cells precisely to evade such designations. Now, the moderate branches that have avoided violence may radicalize when cornered. Well, at the end, the math remains brutal though. Destroy the financial infrastructure, and you have crippled the organization's capability and capacity for transactional coordination and influence. This isn't just ideological victory, it's institutional suffocation of an organization that for years has perpetrated extremism and terrorism in multiple forms and shapes across the globe.